My wife and I are Midwestern people, and so we understand Midwestern culture, Midwestern values. And as we began to think about what's next, we couldn't help but think that, man, Chicago is the Mecca of the Midwest. We really feel like this is home for us. And so we sense God calling us to stay. We began to realize how many churches we saw dissolve over the past several years, how many pastors that burn out. And it was as though God was asking us the question, what are you going to do about that? And I'll never forget a question my mother asked me. She said, I thought you were about multi-ethnic ministry. I thought that was your passion. And sometimes your parents can say something to you that just arrests your attention like a gut punch. And Chicago is one of the most diverse cities in the entire country, and yet one of the most segregated. And there's very few representations of what the kingdom really looks like under the banner of Jesus in Chicago through the local church. And my mother, when she was living with us, after she asked me that question, she began a health decline. And so she was in and out of skilled nursing facilities, and I was her primary caretaker. And I'll never forget, we had gotten ready for church October 27th, 2019, and was just explaining to her that we're going to be back after church. And we chit-chatted for a little bit, and then we left. And then we came home from church, and she had passed. She was gone. And grief will do some powerful things in that it will leave you unmoved by what other people want you to care about. It will break down the facades of the projections and the things that you want people to see about you or how you want to be portrayed. It'll kind of dissolve those things and leave you just with you. And you're kind of left with, what do you actually want to do? And I began to ask myself that question with no vision for the future because of the grief. And I heard a man ask the question, who are you becoming? And then he said, the only thing that you have to take with you is the person you're becoming. And instantly it grabbed my attention that I needed to be a person on a journey of becoming a person of love through the work of Jesus Christ for the sake of others. I began to ask myself the question, what if that idea is not just for me personally, but it's actually for a community of faith? What if there was a church centered around making our home in God's love, and we love God because He first loved us, and we learn the deepest desires of our hearts as our heart is connected and attached to Him, as we abide in Him and make our home in His love. We become people of love, not for ourselves, but for our families, for our neighbors, for our communities. Here we are. We're headed to plant a church January 26, 2025. We're excited about it. We believe God's grace and hand is on it. And we need people to partner with us. We need people to partner with us in prayer. We need people to partner with us through their generosity and giving. It costs a lot to get something off the ground and maintain it as it's growing. And we need people to partner with us by becoming a part of our launch team, by linking arms and saying, hey, we want to be about that. We resonate with that vision ourselves, and we want to do this work with you. So I want to invite you to that. If God places it on your heart, if you sense God calling you, if you resonate with that deeply, would you find your place in partnering with us for God's glory and our good? Peace.